Hi, I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. This is a daily energy update, and then we will get into some free readings. So we hope everyone is doing well. We were gone last week on vacation, but we are now back. And Celia says the energy is really intense this week with these solar eclipse and the new moon. So apparently the cards are ready to start giving messages. So it was ready to go. So so here we go. So the first card is the orange card, which is connection and attunement. And the second card is warrior of light. So we get the orange card, which, sacral chakra. The silver card, which is, for me, that crown chakra. And then we get review and reflect, timeout needed, which this is a great week to take the time to decide to start a new workout routine or a new healthy habit, changing something you have new clarity about. What would you like to change? Take a moment this week to think about it, because the new moon is tomorrow. And with the new moon, it is a great time to manifest. It is also a solar eclipse, and that solar eclipse energy sticks around for about 6 months. So the bottom of the deck is the card of the wake up call. Take time, or listen and take note. But we feel like it's definitely been a wake up call of late, as well as gaining some clarity over what would you like to change in your life if you could change one thing. So we are gonna get some other cards to clarify this message, and okay, so we're gonna cut them and get started. So the current energy is the death card, which transformation is at hand. The sun and the moon are eclipsing, so they're together and they are square to Pluto. So transformation is quickly at hand by having the awareness of what you need to change, and what steps are you ready to take to do that. With the Ace of Wands, definitely today is an opportunity. What would you like to change in your life? What is one aspect of your life that you would like to change? Because with this solar eclipse, we are having the opportunity to change so much really easily, with so much with intention. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune, because it is time to turn that wheel, and to take the steps you need to work on your alignment and your connection. And then we're going to get the immediate future card is the Queen of Wands, because as you do those things to help with your alignment, that is going to help with your connection and your manifestation abilities. The current headspace is the Three of Swords. We're going to get some clarification on that. What's causing that Three of Swords, third party energy? Are you healing that energy? Is that the thing you need to, decide to take a new action with, how you're dealing with that third party energy? And third party doesn't have to necessarily be, third party can be a job, an unhealthy habit, an unhealthy addiction. Sugar can easily be that, that energy you have to say goodbye to. Are you ready to say goodbye to sugar? Are you ready to say goodbye to whatever is causing you to be in a lower vibration? So, and the card of the immediate past is the Knight of Pentacles, which is doing the work. So we feel like this is saying you have the awareness of what you need to change. Now, today is the question of what steps are you willing to take to make this change happen? Because it is a wake-up call. And the card under that is the New Dawn card. So how other people see you is the current environment. She's like current environment. The current environment is the Page of Pentacles, which we feel is going to give you a brand new opportunity in the physical. It's time. It's time. It's time to make a change in your life. What do you need to change today? What do you need to change? We feel like this is a new opportunity. Maybe something you enjoyed in your childhood that you can resurrect and begin, doing again. You know, the next card. Celia's got so much coming into me. The next card is how other people see you, and that is the Eight of Cups, which is sometimes walking away from them, but not knowing really where you're walking to. And if you notice in this picture right here, there is the eclipse is in progress in that picture, and it's time. I feel like this is saying, are you ready to step into this mission? Are you ready to do the work you need to do? This can be more than just, wherever you're having a block in your life, whatever is causing you to have this energy. This can be many, many things, Celia says. She says, it can be money, it can be love, it can be sex, it can be a, many, many things. Vast array. Anything that you do in excess can be considered that third party energy. The hopes and fears card is the Ace of Cups, and that truly is the answer of finding, filling up your own cup with self-love. Do you emotionally eat? What do you do to relieve stress? What is that thing you do when you're to try to relieve some stress? Try a different approach to when you're having that. If you're having that, trigger and saying, "Oh, I need to eat something." Instead, say, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? What other action can I take towards fixing it instead of going towards this trait that's not good for me? Because she's like, that is just such an energy of something that's so not good for you. And that can, be many things. A toxic person, many things. The outcome card, the King of Wands. So we have the King and the Queen of Wands here in the middle. We feel like that's saying the outcome is going to be really balanced energy with your masculine and your feminine energy. Also, that can be as well as when you release that energy that you call that mate into yourself. Are you ready to call, as you step into your full energy as the Queen of Wands? That's how you call in the King of Wands. Are you ready to call him in? What toxic trait do you need to give up? The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles, the Sun. So we feel like this is actually like family, a family karma thing. Do your family have a pattern of a toxic trait? Do you need to find the balance with it? Because that Six of Wands there, I knew she was like, it's like definitely tied to your family energy. And as you release that energy, you free your family. And you don't even have to tell them you're doing it. So he's like, don't even tell them. Just change the trait for you and then see if you don't notice it within your family lineage. She's like, try it a different approach. Instead of doing something and telling somebody, hey, this is what I'm working on, don't tell them. If you decided to give up sugar, don't tell anybody. Just see if they notice a difference and see if in your environment you notice other people doing it. If you decide, whatever she's like, sugar is the easiest one, so what do you, if it's a toxic trait, she's like, there's some other ones, like if you have some friends and you tend to sit and gossip with them, being, pull your energy back. Don't do it, and see if they still reach out to you, or is that relationship only a toxic one where, only negative energy is being exchanged. She's like, definitely whatever this third party energy is, you need to pull back, and it will make a huge change. And we're going to get some clarification on guidance. We get some guidance on that Three of Swords. She feels it's like, okay, one of these things is not like the other, and that thing is that Three of Swords up there. So how do we release that? How do we release that Three of Swords energy? What kind of healing do we need to do? What transformative steps and action can be taken? Because she says just by even deciding you have the awareness of it is what can heal it. And that Three of Swords come out again with that Nine of Pentacles, which is self-worth. Knowing your self-worth will heal what's causing that trigger immediately. When you realize the difference of when you're not feeding into that negative cycle, how does it feel? If you're triggered, some people like to go shopping a lot. When you get stressed out, do you go shopping? Does that help you? Some people, when they get stressed out, they eat. When some people get, everybody has a little, coping mechanism. What is your coping mechanism? Pay attention to your coping mechanism and see if it's a high vibrational, something that's really nurturing you. Because as you gain awareness, you can really work on your ascension and bring you to a much higher place spiritually. And then again on the bottom of the deck, the King of Wands. So as you heal this third party energy, whatever it may be, whatever toxic trait or habit, this is the day to begin transforming it. What would you like to change? What would you like to, what's causing you to not be high vibration? Yeah, she's like, what's causing you to not be high vibration? Because this is really a call to action right here to heal this energy today. You can heal this energy today by deciding you want to be happy regardless. You're going to do the healing now, because now is the time. She's like, don't you want to bring this fiery, passionate energy in? Because it's trying to come in. That King of Wands that's going to match your energy is trying to come in as you find your balance. So, what do you need to give up today? We hope everyone is doing well. Does seem like a big transformative day this whole entire week. So he says the energy is strong. So take a look today. What do you need to change? What's your coping mechanism? And we hope everyone is doing super well. Hi Pooja, hi Positive Energy, hi Julie, hi TS. Yes, like with this solar eclipse, it is huge. Like that eclipse energy last 6 months. I guess there's a couple of different kinds of solar eclipses, and this solar eclipse actually is a combination of all three kinds. So something really special about this one. It is also the second new moon in Aries. The first one was at 0 degrees, and this one is at 29 degrees and 50 minutes. So literally, right there on the edge of going into Taurus. So, no, and Taurus is about, the things you value and your money. Are you ready to change the way you make money? Are you ready to bring in new opportunities? Are you ready to stop being in lack? Are you ready? Are you ready? So we are, you can get a drink. My mom says hi. So how is everyone? Yes, I spent extra time this morning meditating. It definitely was doing me good. So we are gonna she said we're just gonna shuffle for a minute, and then we're gonna start doing some cards. Our trip was very good. It wasn't super warm, it was a little rainy. But that was fine because honestly, we went there to see the girls. So it was good. We ate some really good food. and had fun. Got some good beach time in. Macy loves the pool, so we just had a good time. So Dave is back at work today, and yes, it was very good. We drove, so it's like a 2-day, well, it's like 15 hours, so we don't want to drive that much in one day, so we just kind of did it. And then we're going back next month. We're going to a seminar, not necessarily we're hoping to see them, but we're doing something else there next month. So Pooja, how have you been? I am going to work this week on getting the card sent to you and get it figured out. So he says we have not forgotten. We just haven't got there yet. It's not been the exact right time, and it might not be the right time till after this eclipse. So because the energy is very nice. Oh, we're glad the sun's shining. Like today, it's really sunny for us. We're going to be 60 tomorrow. We're going to be 80. So it was, that is really wonderful, Pooja. You know why? Because you're stepping into doing the work. I'm really glad to hear that for you. So we are going to, Pooja, we're going to start with you. So so he says, how have you been? And positive energy, we know it had been kind of rainy there, so we're glad to hear about the sunshine. I mean, it was like freezing cold here, like 30 degrees this morning. So, I love them, and we're glad you were gifted them. Oh, and how was that? To meet him. Awesome. His energy in the States is not really received very well. We are really glad for you. We really try not to be political. Well, Pooja, apparently these wanted to fly out. So apparently we're going to get started. The bottom of the deck is the retreat card, which is it's time to disconnect from the world, which is definitely the case. Then you get the card of soulmate. And then you get the card of forgiving and learning. As you release and heal your past, you experience more love in your present moment. So we feel like you've definitely probably been working on that healing, Pooja. So great job on calling in your person. Now, we are happy that you had a great experience. Like we said, we try not to be political. So that's why Celia's like, how was it for you? Because you get you know what, positive energy, you get what you expect. So you just had an expectation, of that being a really phenomenal energy point for you. So it was a really good thing. So you get what you expect. So that just means where your energy was in alignment with that it was such a positive experience. So we love that. Pooja, I did that last week. We were going to do some videos and it just didn't work out. So you know what? I tend to be a little ahead of the energy, and I was in hermit mode last week. And you know what? I've had so much clarity the last 2 days. So we feel like this eclipse is going to bring in new clarity for everyone, for you, but for everyone. And that's what, you know what, the reading this morning that we posted, I believe, was about forgiving yourself. And you know what? That's still that message right there, Pooja, for you. So so he's like, what do you need to forgive yourself about? Yes. We feel like she's like, there's definitely something you need to forgive yourself about, or somebody else, So we're gonna get some cards for you, Pooja. She said, get the cards up. The Devil, the Five of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. Pooja, with that, I feel like you've been having some toxic thought. Are you having house lack in your life? Toxic thoughts about lack. Are you having that? We feel like you've been working on it. So good for that. Now we're going to get a couple other ones. She said, this is what you've been working on. You've been working on that. So you want to know how I know, Pooja? Because I'm going to send you a deck of cards. So you've been working on it. So good for you. She's like, good for you. Good. And then she said, we're going to get 3 more. You get the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords. I must flip my deck over then. And the Three of Cups. And sometimes for me, Pooja, this is about getting clarity on what you need. You know, sometimes the Two of Swords is about not wanting to make the decision. And the Five of Swords, and this one is getting messages but not acting on them. What action do you need to take to help your community? Are you this gift that you're learning about, Pooja, this gift you're learning about releasing that lack energy? What have you done to change your flow? Because until you take a really good look at it, we feel like you're doing the work on it. So what are you working on trying to manifest? Because you've done some work, you know what? Because I'm going to send you a deck of cards. So we were looking because it was like $200 to ship them from here. So so we're still working on it. So you've definitely done some work. No, we feel like this is what you've been working on it. So we feel like you're unclear because, like right there, that's some not clear. So, but you're here with the community. She said we're going to get a couple more cards, and I keep wanting to pick them up. The Seven of Cups, making a choice about a new cycle. Pooja, do you know that you are a money magnet? Through your happiness, when you're in that happiness and joy, do you know you're the money magnet? Do you know? Do you know the money you can make by just being happy and trusting that everything's working out? Yeah. That's this. But in time, it's going to happen. In time, you're going to gain the clarity. As you listen, like he's listening to that bird there on his shoulder. He's not sure how to act. It's whenever you get there, girl, it's no rush. You're doing the work now. You're doing it. That is doing it. You are doing that. And it's not me dropping it. That's Celia, and that's connected to Source. So I don't really know if Source is gonna. We feel like you're feeling like this. Look, ask the community. What can we do to help you? What can we as the community do to help you? So you don't like to ask for help. And I gotta turn my fan on because I'm getting I'm getting hot. I got my window open, but it's hot. But she says you don't like to ask for help. So yeah. Try making a different and Pooja, the reading in the beginning was about What do you do to relieve stress in your life? Yeah, what do you do? Like some people like to go shopping. Some people like to, eat. Some people like, different people have different things. Some people really pour themselves into work when they're having stress. What do you do when you're having this mind chaos? What are you doing when that's happening? Because you know what? I feel like it's saying to reach out to your community. Because there are many people here to help you anytime. If you're having some stress, just you I believe you're in the Facebook group. Just drop a thing. It sends me a text. Yes, and you got to forgive yourself. What are you holding yourself accountable for that is from your past that you cannot change? Like you're blaming yourself for something from the past that everything happens for a reason, as it should, no matter what. If it's happened, it was supposed to happen that way for you to have that lesson or that experience. So we are and everybody else is like anybody else in the group will respond to. There's a message on chat. Other people have posted it and other people are there for you. So but she feels like you're really working on this lack. Like that toxic energy tied to that. What is you Pusha, what's your coping mechanism when you're having stress about money? You want to hear the crazy thing? Dave goes shopping. And Celia tells him that's not a good trade. So we have been working on that. And hello, Alex. How are you doing? Hi, Shirley. Dipti. Hi, the princess. How is everyone? And Pusha. Yes, like Celia was telling Dave today. You want to know? Like on the trip, he was getting into a little bit of fight or flight, and it's not really funny, but as soon as he goes into that energy, I feel it and I react immediately. Not always the best, but it definitely shows him where his vibration is. With that, so we've been working on that. So you know what Celia had him doing yesterday? Counting trees. There were so many. Or today she was telling him to count rocks in the pond. So by doing that, like literally by taking the time, like she's like count trees. So like he was counting, or just I think she actually told him, we were joking and told him count to 1,000,000. So like as he took the time to literally count, as he was counting, like I started laughing uncontrollably. Like, because as his vibration was raising, my vibration matching his was just instantaneously showing him the difference that can really make. Seriously. Like, so if you're having stress, try something really unusual for a change, try that. Try just counting. I'm just going to count until I feel better. And literally, it's the craziest thing, but it works because if you're focused on that, all your other vibrations rise. So try that, see if it doesn't help. But you're really working on your money block, Pooja. Have faith. Ask for clarity. Ask your guides. I asked Celia because she told me I needed to make she said, we're making a video on manifesting for the new moon and the solar eclipse. We're going to do that later today. I told her, okay, then you got to tell me what I'm supposed to say. It is in Aries, so fire. So we will probably end with some kind of a burn, just because it's fire energy and we like to send it to the out to source that way. So yes, she said, generally we, on every new moon, we work on, a lot of times me and Dave just verbally do it, in the hot tub, just, Oh, good question, Alex. So he says, how have you been, Alex? How have you been? And Pooja, she said the money thing's going to open up phenomenally for you. But she's like, really try the counting thing. As silly as it sounds, it really does work. Just like the eye exercise thing, because anything you focus on makes all your other vibrations rise if you're in that energy. So, very nice, Alex. Shirley, if it didn't make you feel overflowing with joy and happiness, I agree with Alex 1000%. And yeah, Alex, we're really glad you're here. So Miss Shirley, can we get some cards for you? Celia says, do you have a question or what would you like? And have you been writing very much? And Alex, how did that go? You've been wanting to manifest it. How did it go? And when you did that, after he sent the first one, you should say, I manifested that. I did that. I wanted it. It happened. Thank you, universe, for showing me I can manifest what I want. Like, really, like, take the time to realize you manifested that. So, Shirley, Celia asked, do you want us to answer that question? She says, hey, Shirley, close your eyes, put your hand on your heart. When you think of that ex, does your heart skip a beat? Or when you put your hand on your heart, do you think of that Leo and does your heart skip a beat? Your heart knows. She's like, your heart knows. Yeah. Okay. We're going to get a couple of cards for her. A couple cards for your ex and a couple of cards for the Leo. That one. For the ex, you get loyal heart and mending. And for the Leo, you get the go the distance card. And the bottom of the deck is the new life card. So we're taking that one for Leo. And then we're going to get a couple of tarot. For the X, you get the Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups. That's pretty good. And the loyal heart, and the mending. So, and you get the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Swords, and the Two of Wands. And the bottom of the deck is the King of Pentacles. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I feel like this person... Oh, awesome on that. Shirley, we feel like the Leo is causing you to have this chaos and conflict, that not knowing where you stand with him, kind of sitting there at home, we don't like that. But we feel like this is going to take some work over here. Yeah, we don't like that Seven of Swords energy. That Leo has kind of been leaving you. And you know what, Shirley, this other person... Yeah. The Leo is just part of your path to get you to see your self-worth. And honestly, as you're seeing your self-worth more, the other thing will... Shirley, how are you feeling at the moment when he texted you? Because we feel like this is really good. This is a lot of healing that needs to be done. What's going on? Are you able to talk to that person about what happened to end that relationship? Are you able to do that? Are you able to, have that? We feel, that. Because if you see in this card, it's running alone, it's going the distance, and it's over here going towards this other new life. So, yeah. Yeah. Definitely back up right. No chasing, for sure. And Shirley, what was going on yesterday? And how did you feel about all that, Shirley? And here's a question. Do you have this belief, once a cheater, always a cheater? If you have that belief, you might as well just never call him back. You have to see where your belief is with that. Yeah, and you're judging yourself as well. He's going to be a mirror to you. Have you ever told somebody once a cheater, always a cheater, or ever heard it and not disagreed with it? Because that's what I heard in my head, once a cheater, always a cheater. But that doesn't have to be the case. People do change. And they were just looking outside of that relationship for what they weren't getting at that time. And a lot of times people are in separation for growth and development. Excuse me, that Hermit card. Cave Stat agrees. So I would take things slow and mend it. But it sounds like he already has. So, but if you're holding on to it, because you got that Four of Swords, which is that healing. So you have to do some, he's just going to have to rebuild the trust. Don't rush into anything. Take your time. Take your time. But yes, people can change. I truly believe that. We're going to see, Alex, can we get a message for you? Friends is a great place to start. And then surely after you ride, or while you're riding, take a break and just stop for a few minutes and feel in your heart how you feel for him. Like literally. But she says you have the most clarity when you're writing. So literally in the middle of writing, once you feel like you're in that high vibe place, stop and be like, okay, how do I feel about him? How would I like to feel? How would I like to feel? How would you like to feel, Shirley? You know what? We have the solar eclipse and the new moon tomorrow night. It is super positive, fast energy that can really like transformatively change stuff quickly, because that is square to Pluto, which is like transformation. And that's, a square is not an easy aspect. So it can cause, quick transformation. Shirley, she said you have such a longer list than that. Make sure you write it down. Yeah, I mean, Shirley, that's what happened to me with my catalyst person. And for a long time, my cards, when I did it and I had readings, they said that person was my twin. But you know what? That twin energy is to, I feel, be a catalyst to get you to a certain spot. Not everybody has a catalyst. I had one. You know what? After that, I met Dave. I knew without one doubt in my mind he was my person from day one. So, Alex, when you text me, I felt good. How's that new person doing, Alex? And Celia says you did respond to D, because you know what? No response is a huge response. And in the past, how quick would you have always responded? Oh, Alex, get the card of New Dawn. The yellow card, which is joy and happiness. You get the white card, which is purity and innocence. And you get this review and reflection card. And the bottom of the deck is the endings card. So you get endings and a new beginnings. Becca, I have a question. Did that put you on the twin flame journey? Because that's how I began on mine. Yeah, Shirley, they definitely did. The 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. I'm almost certain anybody else. How about this statement? I am so glad with the security and stability I feel with my person. You don't even have to say the person. You just have to say, I love the stability I have with my person. The universe hears it. It doesn't know if you're projecting in the future or not. But when you say, I want, that means you're in lack of. And when you say, I am grateful for the stability in my relationships, that covers them all. So I would maybe say that statement. I love the stability within my relationships. Because I'm sure you have some relationships that you feel very stable in. So by saying that, I love the stability I have in my relationships covers all your relationships. And that can help that so much. But like when you say I want, when you say want, that's in lack, saying it truly. So yes. So Alex, we're gonna get you some tarot now. She says, okay, first card out is the Temperance card, the Justice card, the High Priestess. Those are all major arcanas. So, and the bottom of the deck is the wish fulfillment. Alex, are you meditating? Are you meditating? She says, "Are you meditating? Because you're that wish fulfillment is trying to come in. Are you ready? Are you ready for this new joy and happiness?" But I'm just going to tell you, if you are dating that person and you still have D on your mind, you're putting karma in that relationship. So you got to either decide if you want the new thing or the old thing. But she says as you meditate and find your balance, you know where your other. Are you dating because you're tired of being lonely or sitting at home? Because then we get the Four of Swords, which is about really healing that heart, which is what you got to really do. She's like, you got to heal your heart. If not, you're not being fair to any of you, because then that's intertwining all that. I'm trust me, I know. Because I tried when it wasn't working with my catalyst. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just date and try to do that. But you know what? None of that helped. It just caused more chaos and confusion and puts more karma on your path. Especially if like you're doing it and you're like really, what happens if you decide to keep dating that person and that person really falls for you, and then D comes back and, is all ready to go, and, then what are you going to do? Just gotta, and maybe tell the other person you want to just take it slow and you want to work to be friends and work towards that. I'll tell you honestly, Dave and I were friends until there was a ring on my finger. So, but you got to heal all that other stuff. Trust me. But you're definitely being divinely guided. And as you find your joy and happiness, things are going to really open up for you. Okay, we're getting one card for your Pisces and one card for D. For the Pisces, she gets Page of Cups. Definitely somebody that stirred your heart a little. But where are you over here with D? Not sure where you want to go either, are you? And when he sent you a message, how excited were you? And did he send you a message when you were happy because of the other person? Could he feel you had pulled your energy back? Because your interest was elsewhere. Yeah. Everything's always working out, Alex. Always. Just like it's supposed to. Had you already had your first date by the time? Yep. Yeah, he can feel you. Like you can energetically do it and immediately somebody can feel it and will reach out. Like he's felt the difference. That's why he reached out. Not responding is a response. Not responding is a response. But he sent you a message because he could feel you had pulled back. So honestly, Celia's advice is just, yeah. But did he apologize because he felt you pull your energy back? Because honestly, it really... If you had a date, he felt it. Yes, focus on yourself. Like literally, take the time to do the healing on that. Heal from whatever energy caused that. Because like he has you feeling... He makes you feel insecure. Every time you are insecure... It's like a shark in the water. Like when you were the higher vibration, yeah, like when you feel insecure, he feels easily able to leave you alone. But when you're feeling secure, he's going to pop back in to try to cause a little chaos with you to put you back right into that. And Alex, have you talked to your other person and told them you're still getting over somebody? Do they know where that stands? Yeah, like... I would just take it slow. But we feel like you definitely got to do that healing work about how D makes you still feel so insecure. Every time when you think of him, you don't know what to do. If you don't know what to do, that means he's putting you in fight or flight anytime you have indecision. If there's not something you know, this is what you have to do, and he's causing you to be insecure about yourself, he's causing you chaos and fight or flight. So... Because Alex, you know we all love you. So you said, you know we love you. Celia loves you. She's very specific. She loves you. And if you're being really open and honest with that other person, I would just take it slow. But be, I would still work on that. Work on, if you want to release that energy for now, ask Archangel Michael, to come and just release that energy from you right now. But literally do the friend thing first, like way better. Really get to know somebody before that other, So he's like, So, because you deserve so much of the best, but you pulling your energy back and doing something different, clearly brought his attention. Well, Alex, we learn from things, and sometimes we have relationships with other people to teach us things. Like I had other short-term relationships in between that. I learned things from all of those things. So, but so he says you're working, you're meditating on your stuff. Just make sure that you're dating out of that you are interested in that person, not you're dating out of you don't want to be alone. So, the princess, are you here? Celia says, are you here? Good morning, Tracy. Yes, we did. It was nice. We are also glad to be back home. Something else we're working on. Dave used to have an energy of not liking to come home from vacation, but we'd worked on that. So this time when we were coming home from vacation, he was really happy to be coming home. So, and apparently we're switching cards. You are very welcome, Alex. So he says, anytime you're ready to do that conversation thing that we asked you about before, we're open and ready. And the princess, you get the card of chemistry. There's a strong magnetic connection here, and make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Oh, hey, Alex. How good did it feel when you didn't respond? Is that the new chemistry? Okay, and you get the cards of the world, the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Hanged Man, the Sun, and the Nine of Wands with the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Devil with the Fool on the bottom. So you get the World and the Fool. So brand new opportunity. I'm going to get a couple clarifiers though. And so he says with this, the devil doesn't always have to be toxic. It can be a very passionate relationship. So don't always think that it's that. We're going to get some clarification on the Four of Pentacles. What? Why are you holding? We know why. Why are you holding yourself back? What are you holding on to? the Knight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. Because, Princess, you know what? There are... And the Five of Swords is on the bottom with the star. And the Seven of Wands. You want to know what? Because you know what? You have a choice. If your person does not choose to step in and do the work, sometimes they opt out. And one of two things can happen. You can go and you can be with a soulmate and have a really, really beautiful life. Or you can wait around to do the work with this person. You get to decide which healing energy do you want to work towards, because this other person can be a lot easier of a relationship. Because this twin flame thing, it's a lot of work. I'm telling you, me and Dave are doing work every day. Every day doing the work. So I'll tell you, the soulmate thing is easier. And you have this opportunity because it appears, you got the Fool and you got two aces in the world. So, and the Sun. So you get to decide, but it does seem like that is what's happening. And you know what, Princess? Sometimes, with him, I had a catalyst. Same thing could be. He could be the catalyst. And if he chooses not to do the work, you know what? And this is what I believe about the catalyst. If the catalyst doesn't do the work and they basically energetically opt out of doing that work, another person can take that energy. Because it is just a vibration that matches your vibration. So this new thing seems very... Don't hold yourself back. If it's making you happy, don't hold yourself back. Why would you do that? Don't sit on the fence about it. You got these 2 9s. That's an ending. Stop waiting. She's like, stop waiting. Go. Yeah. You get the Sun. That's the best card in the deck. And you get the Fool and the World. So it's definitely a new opportunity. Well, that all sounds really good. That's what I got when I got Dave. All of that. That stability was like, that's one of the things I love most about Dave, the stability I have with him. I tell him that all the time, that I love his stability. So, but take it slow. Because you still have feelings tied up with Justin. So make sure you're working on releasing that. Like, she's like, if you want to let it go, then truly do the thing and let it go and release the energetic cord and release it. Don't leave him hanging out in your energy where he keeps having a thing to pull you back to him. So, Miss Becca, can we get you next? And literally, that's what happened with me. My person did not want to do that work. So, and Dave is so much like, we literally do it every day. So, and we were really super honest about our past and talk about it still all the time as we're working through stuff. So, and Becca, you see, she said, we got your cards. And Becca, you get the cards of calling in your soulmate, make the effort, and you deserve love. That is so true. Yes. And honestly, as you love yourself, it's going to make that much easier for that other person to love you. So, Becca, who's? I feel like I saw a picture of you with a child. Um, is that your child? So he's like, is that your child? Who is the child? Who is that child to you? Because she says, we almost feel like you're too young to have a child, but I'm shocked. um, do you know, you know what? It's the biggest blessing that's ever come to your life. True or untrue? Have you ever loved anybody like you love that child? And how you get treated is what you're teaching your child how to be treated and how to, because I feel like how to be treated. So make sure, Becca, you're paying that attention. This is teaching my child how relationships work. This is how I want a relationship for my child. Because sometimes we don't think that much of ourselves, but boy, for our kids, we sure in the hell do. So, what kind of relationship would you want for your kid? That's what you should want for you. And as you're really loving yourself, like, and make sure you're talking to him about it. We love that. It feels so. And do you know how much manifesting you can do by talking to your child? Truly, when you're like having fun and be like, oh, we're going to do this. I can't wait for this. This is, we are grateful this is happening, Okay. She said, we're ready now. So we get the King of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. The Justice card, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Swords. Becca, who's causing you this? We don't like that. We do not like whoever's causing you that Two of Swords and Eight of Swords. If that is energy from your... We feel like it's from energy from your past that you're holding on to. And as you let that energy go, yeah. You know what? Instead of stuck and stagnant, I am in a period of growth. Change your perspective. I'm in a period of growth. You know what? In the wintertime here, all the leaves fall off the tree. And then you know what? It's time to bloom again. And it's just a time of you blooming. Like that flower you got. You got to let go what this is. Definitely. So you said you got to let go of that. Oh, that's about transformation. Because right now, all that stuff's happening in Aries, and that's opposite Libra. So all of this would definitely be activating you right now. Right there. That was, I was asking for guidance, and that's what you get. You get the Fool and you get the Queen of Cups. So make sure you're being very balanced and grounded and loving yourself. Becca, love your dang self. Spoil yourself. Treat yourself well. Talk good to yourself. I think Taurus or Venus is getting ready to move into Gemini. Oh, here we can look and see. So he's like, here, we can look and see what's going on today. Because we have it. Let's see. The sun's in Aries, the moon's in Aries, Chiron and Jupiter in Aries. So anybody with Aries energy or Libra energy, all of that is being activated by this solar eclipse. Venus is in Gemini at 8 degrees right now. So what house is that in for you? Positive energy. So he's like, what house is that? Yep, you got that was my thing on this full moon. You know what? Or this new moon that I'm going to work on, my self-love. So we're still working on it too. When people aren't loving you the way you want to be loved, it's because you're not loving you the way you want to be loved. Oh, your birthday, yeah. Oh, I see you said something to me. Is Beatrice here? Hi, Miss Beatrice. We haven't I don't know. Okay, yes, but that self-love thing is definitely like, yes, you have to do that. I'm doing the very, very same thing, Becca. So just, yes. Yes. Hi, Miss Beatrice. How have you been? And positive energy, can we get a card for you? Celia says, thank you for moderating. We appreciate it. I was trying to make it work on my computer to do it, and I don't know. Get the new life card. So you get new life, community, and come to the edge. And the bottom of the deck is co-create. So it is a great time to direct the universe to what you want. What would you like? So he's like, what would you like? And Becca, you know what? Honestly, recently I pulled my energy back from somebody and they immediately could feel it too. So, and I've been doing that with a lot of people in my life that, where relationships weren't being reciprocal. Because that's something Celia is very strong about, reciprocity. So. Get the the Knight of Swords, the Chariot, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Star, the Three of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So you get the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. And the bottom of the deck is the Strength card and Transformation. How is your self-love being positive energy? Because we feel like as a brand new opportunity of moving forward with healing is at hand. Okay, I want you to try something completely different today. I want you to just have fun. Do something that brings you joy and makes you feel fun. Like take a walk out in the sunshine. You would be surprised at what could happen today. Some like literally, you know what Celia told me today, because we've really been working and working and working on the shadow, and she told me today, can we just take a break? Literally, she told me, can't we just take a break? So we're gonna actually take some time to stop working on the shadow. Chiron's like 5 degrees away from me now, so I'm gonna take a little break on that. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, she's like the getting outside the chariot, getting moving is really healing for you. So, what, and those are both majors, but very healing. As you're out walking, she said, make sure you're putting that smile on, and like when I go out and walk, I make sure I wave at all the cars. I'm like, thanks for not hitting me. Hi, have a great day. Thanks for not hitting me. So like, just, make sure you're being really friendly, for your community. Cause we look like something really good's like, that's trying to come. That's like the last two that's come to the edge. And so he says, how's the job thing going? Because she says, we feel like you're very specific on one job. And sometimes if that's not going easy for you, it's because you're meant to be doing something else. Are you meant to be doing something else? You have manifested it. You put it out there a long time ago. What did you say you wanted to do? Yeah, she's like, you've manifested this. And literally, sometimes when things don't work like that, like I was trying to be a physical therapy assistant, and like every time I did, it was just a damn nightmare. To the point I'm like, okay, clearly, Celia, this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. This was before I knew Celia's name. I was like, okay, so I tried many different companies, and it kept having the same result. So, is it being easy? Like literally, I still have my license. I got a job. I got a thing in the mail yesterday for like there's a place like 2 minutes from me that sent me a thing for a job. So I'm going to fill the thing out and see, and maybe go do some work as a physical therapy assistant, because I have a gift in my hands that I'm supposed to share. I was so passionate about the physical therapy thing, about helping people, but you know what? Not when I was meant to be doing right now. And like I tried, like I pushed, I tried for years to do that. Instead, I'm like, no, I have a gift in my hands. I'm supposed to be doing that. But you know what? I have a gift in my mouth too. So I'm supposed to be sharing Celia. So and everything happens as it should. If I'm supposed to work at this place, it'll work out. But if you are trying to be in control, sometimes we're supposed to do something, but in a different way. Yeah. And everything in the divine timing, you get the breathe card and still that come to the edge card. So we feel like it's trying to call you in a different direction with it. Try the meditating, but she's like, definitely that come to the edge card came out for you twice. So it's definitely about maybe trying to open up to a different way of it. As you try to control something, you know what? The universe kind of laughs at us and is like, okay, we'll let you beat your head here for a while. So you decide, you're going to let us just put you where you're supposed to be. Because we feel like you're supposed to be somewhere magnificent. So, I think it's the 19th it retrogrades. Let me look real quick. Not yet. I feel like it's the 19th that it retrogrades, but it's already stationing where it's stopping. So it's coming. It's coming. It's a coming. So Miss Beatrice, did you have a question? Yeah, but Mercury retrograde is coming. So tomorrow. But it's already stopped, so you should be able to feel it today. Just like the new moon energy you can feel today. That solar eclipse energy you can feel today. Yeah. The energy is definitely strong today. Awesome, Android guy. We are very happy. We greatly appreciated your email. We were very glad to do that reading for you. So, Miss Beatrice, we are Miss Beatrice, what is going on with you? Oh, well, thank you. The bottom of the deck is the chaos and conflict, but that is changing from, that draft to the zebra spots. You get the cards of co-create, yin, go the distance, never-ending story, exchanging gifts, and last but not least, time to go. Miss Beatrice, when can we schedule? When are we going to do a reading together? Celia says, when are we going to? She thinks it would be so much fun. Yeah. I feel it, but I was actually born with Mercury in retrograde, so yeah. We feel like a new gift is probably getting ready to open up for you, Miss Beatrice. That exchanging gifts and that time to go. So you said something's getting ready to really open for you. Are you oh yeah, make sure you're getting enough sleep. I know the last couple of days, like I've got so many downloads this week, so I'm guessing like a lot of people are. So the High Priestess, so definitely just don't try to rush it. It's going to happen at the right time. Sometimes we get a download, then it takes a little time for it to integrate and change. But we feel like definitely something new is getting ready to open for you. Apparently, we're just going to cut them and go, she says. So we're going to take the Two of Swords, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, the Lovers, and the World. And the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, Miss Beatrice, it appears you have been have you been looking at the things from the past that you've been holding on to? Because with that, she's got like her head turned where like she's looking. So it's like, have you been looking we feel like, have you been looking at it? Sure. And then we get the Knight of Wands with the Lovers. So, Miss Beatrice, with this, I feel like another person is coming in quickly as you're healing this energy. And she says, 3 of the cards on the table are about the throat chakra. So as you're stepping into that, and then because you are in the process, you are doing the steps to change the world, to make your world different, to end the cycle of what the past was and bring in everything you truly desire. Hi, Danny. Yeah, that's going to really bring you to the stability that you're looking for. But we feel like keep working on this, because she's like, you're working on this. This is definitely, you're looking straight at it. Even though she's got that blindfold on, she's definitely looking at what's going on over there. So keep doing that and keep meditating, and that naps. She's saying naps. Make sure you're napping. Even if it's just like a 30-minute nap after a download, it helps you integrate it so much. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Danny. Hopefully we can see you tomorrow. We're going to be back on in the morning earlier. But Miss Beatrice, make sure you're resting. Yes. Not easy, but it's going to be so good. Have a great day, Danny. And yes, Miss Beatrice, we can do readings. She said if you want, we can do it, and you can do a reading for me and I'll do one for you. How about that? I did a private reading for Android Guy, and he got a lot out of it. Android Guy, are you still here? Celia says. And Miss Beatrice, we love you. We hope you're sometimes that happens when you're doing something and you need to be doing something different. Because have faith that everything is always working out, and tell the universe, universe, source, God, whatever you just, yes, Android Guy, you can ask a question. Yes. Like, that's what I do. Like, if I get a big download, like on the way driving a couple of different times, I got down, like, it seems like we hit the mountains and I get a download. So I'm just like, well, I gotta take a little nappy. Dave knows he's kind of used to it, that it helps me integrate it a little better. If just like after it happens, I take the nap. So I don't nap every day, but yes. Okay, the first card out is the white card of purity and innocence. And then you get the card of void, retreat, rest, and pause. And then you get the orange card, which is connection and attunement. And then the bottom of the deck is duality, balance needed. And the bottom of the deck is the inner child card. Android guide, do you know where your Chiron is? Because we feel like this could be connected to your Chiron. Well, you get the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords, which that 4 of Swords is about meditating and healing towards bringing this in. And then the bottom of the deck is the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the Hermit. So we feel like as you pull... thank you, Miss Beatrice. Or even if you would like to just trade readings, that is a great energy exchange. We greatly appreciate you. And Celia wants us to talk. Clearly. And Android Guide, this is definitely a leveling up time. And we feel like you have pulled your energy away, and Sonal can feel it. And we feel like there will be some communication soon, but we feel like it's definitely just that time of you leveling up. It is about you finding your wish fulfillment right now, you finding your happiness regardless of what's going on with Sonal. And that is your personal work right now. As you find that personal joy and happiness within yourself, that communication's coming. As you get elevated to that. So just keep working on what you're working on. Celia says, at that 5 of Wands on the bottom of the deck here is about, putting, everybody has to do, yes, their part. And we know you're working on it. So just keep doing exactly what you're working on. She's like, keep doing exactly what you're working on. And just have faith that in the right time, everything's going to work out, and make sure you're really, make sure you're giving yourself a lot of self-love. She's like, that self-love is going to be really key. And she's like, really look and see where your Chiron is. Because, we found that healing our Chiron really has opened up everything for us. So, that's why we teach a class on it. We are doing another class in May on the Chiron. So if you would like, there is a link in the description box. So Cecilia's given us some new stuff about it. So we are putting all that together in a new class. So Hancy, can I get a general message from my divine angel about my current situation? And the jumper card is the signs card. And then you get the card of creation, the card of letting go, and the card of review and reflection. And the bottom of the deck is the leadership card. Answer the call. It looks like, Hancy, you're probably getting some signs. You've asked for something, and the universe is giving you signs. I feel like there's something you got to let go of in order for you to answer this call. Something that's really going to help the community. This is going to bring the happiness and stability you're looking for, because that Sun is the happy card, and this Six of Pentacles is about reciprocity and being paid for what the services you're giving. So I feel like right now it's saying it's saying that now maybe isn't the exact time for that. Sometimes, if we're really trying to force an energy and it's not the right time and we change our focus, then things can progress a lot quicker. I feel like the signs are trying to point you in a different direction. Yes. Yes. Ask for a specific sign. Like my mom rings the wind chimes when it's a yes. Celia, I have another set of wind chimes. Celia rings. I see bluebirds for confirmation a lot. So ask for a certain sign and then listen to it. But I feel like it's wanting you to let that energy go right now because you're supposed to be doing something much more important. Being a leader, being very important on this spiritual transformation right now. What's going on? It is a new gateway. Yeah, that's what we're here for. Yes, but ask for something specific like so. Hi, Miss Dorothy. How are you doing? Can we get a card for you? You are very welcome, Hancy. Have a good day or evening where you are. And Miss Dorothy, we'll get a general for you. Celia says. Well, you get the card of communication, which is speak up and be heard, blessings and things, abundant universe, and air, which is fly free. And the bottom of the deck is the tree of life, travel on, which is a reminder, Dave and I need to do a reading about that. Thanks, Sil. You get the cards of the Hermit, the Eight of Swords. Miss Dorothy, have you been waiting on communication from someone that's left you in chaos and confusion? Maybe they're having a little third party. And third party doesn't always mean a person. So you're always stressed about saying that. But we get the Eight of Swords and the Three of Cups. So for me, sometimes that can be like third party. Honestly, she's like, take a different perspective on it and say, you know what? Thank you for giving me this time to honor myself and to find my path. Find a way to be thankful and grateful for the situation. You know what? I'm had a car accident and I could be really bitter about it, but you know what? It led me to where I am here. I mean, everything happens for a reason. So we feel like whatever is causing you this, just know it's a blessing in disguise, is what Celia's saying. A blessing in disguise. So if you're waiting on communication for someone, just know that everything happens in the right time. And then as you kind of let it go, you're going to get that wish fulfillment. That Nine of Cups is that wish fulfillment. Dorothy, we feel like you just have to find a little balance in the situation. Something about look at the other side of the coin is the reference Celia's given me. So try to see whatever situation is, any communication you're not receiving, try to find a positive. Yeah. Try to find a positive on it. And you know what? If it's meant to be, it'll come back because that's how it's stuff works. But if it's anything that's not building you up, it's not for you because you have like a really divine path you're being guided to. You know, this is Miss Dorothy, do you read cards? Do you read cards? I don't know why. Miss Beatrice, that sounds let's do the 8th because I think the 15th we're going to be getting ready to go out of town again. So with that, I think we are going to be done for today. We will be back tomorrow. Hope everyone has a great day. I will be posting something else later about how to manifest in the solar eclipse and the new moon that is tomorrow. Hope everyone has a great day. Bye. You should read the cards, Dorothy.